Hi everyone. So before we're able to test this out with Postman, I realized I made a mistake. So please go back to your invoke supervisor agent function. Remember, this is the Lambda function that invokes the supervisor agent. So it's this Lambda function. And I realized that I have session ID twice. So go ahead, come to the bottom one over here, delete it, and then deploy it. So make sure you only have session ID once. And you also need the end session. Now, we can go back to our API gateway and come to this API over here. And please copy this URL. Open up Postman, paste it in. For the request type, please type in post. And now we have to get the appropriate route. So I'm back over here. And I go to routes and I copy get agent's response. And then I tag it along. And then I'm going to copy this and I will explain this in just a second. Please go to body, raw, and then type this in. This is the request that we're sending to our agent, okay? We have a text and a session ID. The text should be something like hi. And the session ID is something unique. So I'm going to say, for example, now, 22. And keep in mind, if you keep the session ID the same during the requests, then the LLM will have a good history of what happened. Okay? If you want to create a new session, you just have a new session ID and then it will erase the session and start a new session. So let's send this. Keep in mind, what we're doing right now is we're sending in a request to API Gateway, which invokes the Lambda function, which invokes the supervisor agent, which decides which agent to go to. As you can see, we have a response. Hello, how can I help you? Find restaurants or accommodation. So keeping the session ID the same because I want to chat in this same session, I'm going to type here, update the text to, I want a pet friendly Airbnb in Austin, and let's send it. And let's see what it responds with. Would you like the Airbnb to have a pool or a sauna? Please let me know your preferences for both. Remember, we made the pool and sauna parameters required in our function, so the agent is not going to let us continue unless we provide that. So I'm going to say, I don't care about any other amenities. So keep in mind, we want to keep the same session, and I'm going to send this. And if English is not your first language, amenities is like any additional things like pool, sauna, balcony, barbecue, whatever. So those are amenities, okay? And so hopefully the agent is smart enough to know that that means we don't care about sauna or pool. And as you can see, I found a pet-friendly Airbnb in Austin, the Penthouse Paradise. Let's go back to the Airbnbs. And over here we have the Penthouse Paradise in Austin, which is pet-friendly. And we don't need a sauna or a pool. Now, let's try and find a hotel in Dallas. And it should return to us the Emerald Retreat. So I'm going to come back over here. I'm going to say, actually, I want to go to a hotel in Dallas. And let's see if it finds, what was the name again? In Dallas, the Emerald Retreat. And the response is, I found a hotel in Dallas, Emerald Retreat. And you can do whatever you want with this. You can make it fancier. You can give additional responses to the supervisor agent. You can tell it to be really friendly, behave like a restaurant owner or a hotel owner. So, everything is working as expected. So let's also try to find a restaurant. let's find a restaurant in Boston that is not. So it's this one in Boston. Let's see, where it is. This one, it's not fine dining. So I'm going to say I also want to eat at a casual place in Boston. Keep in mind the session ID is still the same because I didn't want to start a new session. Okay, so let's see what it returns to us. And we're still waiting. I found a casual restaurant in Boston, the Sunrise Cafe.